Hi everyone. So a couple weeks ago I announced I would be participating in an open collab hosted by Turquoise Dreaming Sheree and Maria's Miscellany. Um, they're doing a collab called hashtag Junk No More, which you can join in whenever you want. And the idea is to use junk. You have a box that you collect stuff like tissue boxes, paper bags or wrapping. I guess this is wrapping paper that was sent to me from Honeybee Stamps. And this had stickers in it for my planner from years ago. It came with the cardboard and this piece of paper, which I don't really like the paper. It has a sticker on it. It's a nice heavy paper though, but I'm going to cover it. So January, the prompt on the 14th was tissue boxes, and I haven't done anything with them yet, but I have 4 or 5 of these same smaller tissue boxes, so I think I'm going to use that today. Not for the cover, though. I was originally thinking I wouldn't do a junk journal, and I would do a bunch of smaller, it could be like this size junk journal, right? A smaller booklet, but I think I'm going to use pieces like this, and maybe make pockets in a journal. And I'm going to use this as my cover. I may still, at some point, like I think this would make a cute something with the flaps folded in. So I think I'm going to do something with this for pockets today, but that's about it. So then today, February the 14th, happy Valentine's Day, by the way, um, Sheree was working on the cover of the junk journal, but they hadn't, and they said they were going to do that, but they hadn't really specified what they were using. She ended up using an old paper bag. I'm going to use this and some music paper and old book, like kids' books pages. I am a person that has a problem tearing apart perfectly fine old books, maybe because I'm old and they bring back too many memories for me to tear them apart. Also, music paper, I can't tear my music paper because I still have a piano and I still use the music paper. So I have some heartburn over doing stuff like that. But things like this or wrappings that things come in and tissue boxes, I don't have any problem using. And then the prompt for March is going to be old keys. Now, I will say, I don't know if I still have any old keys of my own, but pretty sure I have a box of Tim Holtz stuff sitting here that still has keys in it that I've never used. I'll probably be making something with those. And obviously that would have to be a charm or something. So anyway, I am first going to cover this with this paper, I think. And I am going to use this cardboard and maybe use it to reinforce the back cover, but keep the front cover less thick. Yeah, I think that's what I'm going to do because that's how she did it, and then she had stickers here. Or it could be like a divider. I think I'm going to use it though to reinforce the back cover, so I might cover this with something. This would be good for St. Patrick's Day, actually, to make cards or whatever, but I'm going to cover it with this. So that's how I'm going to proceed. I'm not going to bore you with the whole process, but that's my plan, and I'll come back and show you what I've done. See you soon. Okay, guys, so as it turns out, this piece of paper is 8.5 by 11. So scored at, I think, 5.5. Let's see. Yeah, 5.5. So they just took a sheet of 8.5 by 11-inch paper. Now this was a bag. It does have some holes in it, so we'll have to cover those in the back. And I cut off a little bit here and here. I was thinking I was cutting it to 13.5, so I'd have 2 inches, but and I do, but I actually probably only need one side of this, maybe. So if I open this up, okay, I need one side, and I can flip this over and make it into a pocket or just edging, maybe. and I might put something in here, and then I really only need about, I can cut 2 inches off on this side of the crease. Now this, see, this is, oh, okay, so really, this is 2 pieces that was glued together to make the bag. I don't know, I think I'm going to leave it, I'm going to glue that together and use it as reinforcement for the back. So let's do that. Let's glue that together here. And I'm just using whatever liquid glue I have here. This is Tombow Mono. I have art glitter glue too, but that's expensive and I don't want to use it on this. So we'll just glue that down. And then I'm going to cut this about that width, which I think is about 1.5 inches, right? Almost 2 inches. I'll cut this 2 inches on this side. So let me do that, and then I'm gonna glue it down onto here, and I'm going to trim the corners and push them over. I guess you put the top and bottom down first. I haven't done this much before, so I think I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna bring the top and bottom over, and then this. Well, I might cover this with an 8.5 by 11 paper first on the inside, and then bring these over to be like pockets or something. We'll see. I'll be back and I'll show you that. So I was going to get a piece of 8.5 by 11 inch designer paper, but when I cut this off, it's big enough that I can just use this on the inside, and we'll glue it down, and hopefully these little tears won't show too badly. So I'm going to do that, and then we'll do this part, and that'll be the same, pretty much the same pattern then, right? Trying to figure out. Now this has another part of the seam here that I cut off, but I think I'm going to do it like this because that's almost 8.5 by 11. Trying to see, I think I want that tear towards the back. Alright, let me do that and I'll come back when that's done and I'll show you. Hi guys, well I kind of did a boo-boo because I forgot I had this. So it's either going to show in here, or I think I might just leave it out for now. So I covered the front, and the inside I did first, and I've got some glue there, but it's okay because this is going to be covered up here too with this. So now I think what my next step is to, sorry, I'm having trouble with my arm today, to kind of go like this. I don't know. I hope I'm doing this right. Can you tell I don't make books? So you kind of go at an angle, and maybe that's too much. I don't know. We'll figure it out. This will be a junky junk journal, right? A junky junk journal. This isn't glued down real good here. Maybe it's just this part. But I like the pattern of this bag, so, and it's neutral, but I can cover it with non-neutral stuff, right? So I'm sure all of you are out there saying, "Ah, no, don't do it like that." Oh well. I figure since it's junk, if it doesn't turn out right, you know, I'll just do it different. Alright, so now we'll just have to fold this up, right, and glue it down, and same on the top, and then I guess this won't be pockets. I'm undecided about that yet. Because I should have not maybe cut it at an angle to have it be pockets. So this, I'm going to put pretty good glue on here. I mean, pretty much. And that'll cover up that little tear, one of them. This, I can put a pocket or something there. Let's flip it over and do the top as well. I'm not happy that's, I'm going to put a little extra glue there too. Hang on. in there. So what kind of glue do you use to do this? I don't like to use, I guess I could use tear and tape, but that's a little thick for this. I'm going cheap wet glue. Wet glue. Well, it's not cheap, but you know. Now this is a little bit bigger than the front one, but it's okay. I think, I think I'm not going to have it be a pocket for now. Let me get my bone folder thing. I have a little wrinkle there. Crease it. It's crinkly. It's crinkly. So it kind of looks like a paper bag journal, right? And then I found I have this beautiful tissue paper. Maybe I'll save that for, I could just do something like that on the front. I don't know yet. I don't know yet what I'm doing. So I think I'm just going to glue these down and reinforce the, because it's just a paper in between the cover, between the bag. So I think I just want this glued down and not a pocket, and then I'll make pockets with the tissue box. And I'll cover that with pretty papers or something. Because, you know, I have a ton of designer papers. Yep, I do. I'm going to put a little right along there too, just to reinforce it a bit. And now I have a glue eraser, so I'm going to have to probably do that, but sometimes that tears paper, and I don't want it to. This needs a little more along here. Yep, I need a glue eraser over here. I got it a little too close to the edge, and I don't want it sticking together, you know? If you don't have one of these, I think Dollar Tree still has them. I got a pack of 2 or something off Amazon. Sorry, my phone just made a noise at me. Okay. That's the back. A little sticky up here still. And okay. Oops. See a little flap sticking up over here. Just a little bit, because it's going to squirt out there too if I don't be careful. Maybe I'll use this for tags. It's not real thick chipboard cardboard. It's about the thickness, a little bit thicker than the tissue box, but maybe I'll use that later for tags or something. Okay, let me put my lid on my glue. I need a little bit here where this seam of the bag is. And then I guess we're going to decorate the cover somehow and make pockets. So I have to decide what I'm going to do for the cover. I'm not going to use old book pages. I just am not. I'm probably going to use designer paper, and same for covering the tissue box. So let me figure that out and I'll come back and show you. Okay, so I found was looking through papers that I have out that I want to use up, and I have two or three big paper pads that I've had forever. I'm going to use this Kirby Teasdale because it's sort of vintagey looking. Um, so what better way to use it than for a junk journal, right? Or whatever this is going to be. I don't know. So I picked out this paper. It was a full sheet. And I cut it down. This is about 5 by 7 1/4. I cut this a little bigger than that, but what I'm going to do is make this be the back pocket to cover that up and put it like this. So these are going to fold over and be glued down, and this will be glued down. Actually, I need to trim that a little bit. I'm just going to use my scissors. For some reason, that little motion is killing my elbow. Not my hand so much as my elbow. I don't know what's going on with my arm. I'm having a real problem with it. The last couple weeks actually, but it's really bad the last couple days. And anyway, that's a different doctor. So I'm gonna glue this onto here and then trim it down, and then and I don't really want it overlapping at the top, or do I? Maybe I do, but not the bottom. Yeah, I think I'm going to glue it so there's overlap at the top but not the bottom, and then I'll pull that over, and that way it'll be smoother to slip something in there. And I'll cut off the edges because these aren't going to show anyway, and I'm going to go easy on myself and make it even like that. So let me glue that down, and I'll put it in the book, and I'll be back. I decided to use tear and tape to put this down instead of glue because it's kind of heavy, and also I put tear and tape across here but a little bit stuck out here. So to make that unsticky, I'm using my embossing buddy, and just, it's like a powder. If you have baby powder or anything, you can do that, and that'll unsticky it so that it'll work. Right now I'm debating whether to put, no, that'll cover that up. So this will be glued, oops, wrong way. This is the top, this is the top. So I was debating whether to, how this is going to be. They're going to be glued down over here, but that'll give it some dimension. So yeah, I guess I'm going to have to glue it across here, and then a couple strips here and here. I have to keep remembering that this is the top because I want that little extra bit of protection, if you will. I might have to put more on there. Oh gosh. Sorry, my phone's binging again. That time's my daughter. And it's only 8 o'clock in the morning here. And I actually have to be off of here soon anyway because I have a telecall with a doctor. Unfortunately, it's not the doctor to talk about my issue with my arm here lately. Arm and hand. When I'm using scissors, it really hurts. So that motion, like, pains. I wonder, I don't think it's carpal tunnel because it's all the way up in my elbow. I'm thinking it might be arthritis though. But it's gotten really bad here in the last couple weeks. Anyway, I'll be back. I'm just going to take all this tear and see. I think I'm going to need more down here. Yeah, I kind of put that on up too high. Well, once I take that off, I might put another strip down there. Actually, let's just go ahead and do that. So they'll be secure, and then whatever can go, it'll go in here. Oh, that's the plan. Yeah, we'll see. These are a little bit, you know, thick. And I don't know how that's going to work when the cover is not so thick. You know what I mean? Anyway, all right. I'm going to take all these off and we'll glue it down. And then I think I'm going to find like a nice image. Sorry. A nice image and well, I don't know. I might put a little, some kind of pocket on the front cover too, because this is the back. So we shall see. Yeah, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to breathe heavy into the mic. I forget it's so close to my face now with this new one that I have. And the words are right side up. So we're going to put that about in the center because I want to cover up that tear that's in there. I don't know. I'm thinking I should have cut some of that off the bottom of the pocket in here, but we'll make it work. We're gonna make it work somehow, and then I'll make a tag or something. So it's kind of a stiff pocket. I could have maybe gusseted it. I should have done that. Well, lessons learned, right? This is a junk journal kind of thing, so lessons learned. Yeah, that'll be a nice deep pocket for a tag. Now I have to figure out something for the front and I'll be back. Okay everyone, I cut off another square from the tissue box, the same box, and I just angled it down. The top of it was kind of flimsy. Let me show you if I still have it here. See, it's kind of torn, so I cut it off and I'm just going to do this kind of a tuck spot pocket for the front. And I decided I had this extra square of that same paper. I'm just gonna cover that with the same paper as in the back and put it here, and I'll cut that down, or maybe I'll fold it. It's just a little bit wide here, so I'll trim that down by about 1/8 of an inch, and then I think I can maybe just fold that over and then trim it and then use that as a pocket. So that's my intent. I found I had these on my desk. These are cut from, you know, when you get Stampin' Up! Paper, some of them have this white stuff in it, which this one is about done, just has scraps. Anyway, I had cut one of them down a while back, and I have two pieces sitting here. One is this, which is nice for tags, but this is a little wider. So, but the thing is they're shiny on both sides. So I might cover both sides with paper, but like one side with a decorative paper and then the other side with something that you could write on. So we'll, you know, because shiny's not really it, right? So I'm going to use this one, the wider one first, but I'm going to do this first and then I need to work on the cover. I'll be back. Okay everyone, this is the final segment for today's video. This was another piece of paper out of the Kirby Teasdale paper pad I'm using, in addition to all my scrappy stuff. Junk, hashtag junk no more after all. This is not junk, but I've had this paper pad for a long time and I really like to use it, and so it actually is very fitting to a junk journal type thing. So I used this, I took my ruler and just tore it, and then I did bring in my vintage photo distress oxide and went around the edges. Look how rough it got up here. That's kind of cool. And I tore the corners a little bit. I did not put, I usually put like a ribbon here. I didn't do that yet because I figure I might have to, you know, to put inserts in, I'm going to need to sew them in or something. So I don't want to put a binding on here until I've done that. So here's the tag I made, the first one with that piece of the white stuff from one of the Stampin' Up! paper pads, you know, this stuff. And I had that thicker one, so I used that. And I did put paper on both sides. This was a little too long, so I cut it at the bottom so I could have most of the dress form showing on there. And then on the back, this was a scrap of paper, another piece, a little bit lighter, so I figured you could write on here in a darker ink, and that would be fine. Or it could be used like a bookmark or something, or a page marker, whatever. And the one in the front is made out of that same, the skinnier one of those two pieces of white stuff. And it's the same paper as the back of this. See, I don't know how it went exactly, but same paper. And then on the back of that, this was another piece of scrap that was from the same paper pad. I don't know if it's from this same piece of paper or not. I can't remember. But anyway, I thought that worked well. What I'm trying to say. And I had forgotten to go around the edges, so I kind of did it after the fact with the vintage photo and just went like that. Here I kind of smeared it all on the inside of the cover, but I went around all the edges. I lifted this up and did it. And because I like that look for a vintage junky journal kind of thing. I don't know if this is going to be all vintage, but I like how it's shaping up so far. Let me raise you up a little bit. So I used tissue box here and here, so that covers January. And I still have, out of one tissue box, there's the skinny piece. I still have that much of that left. I still have, you know, bits from it. I also still have this piece of chipboard cardboard from the sticker pack that I used, the sheet of paper. 8.5 by 11 paper is my starting point, and I have two bits cut off this tag, one from the top and one from the bottom, that maybe I can use as a tuck spot in here somewhere. Maybe I'll cover this side of it and use, because I don't, you know, the bottom of that, unless I have something I can put over that, which we'll get to another day. And I still have bits of the paper bag. I don't know if I'll save them. I am for now, because I don't know how I'm proceeding with this. At some point, now next week is Old Keys, so that to me is going to be more like a charm. Oh, these ribbons were in my stash. I don't know where I got this one from, but this one said AC Moore in 2018, this thin creamy colored one. And then this pink one, I think I might have got it at a yard sale, but it could have been anywhere, honestly. Just need to be able to hold it closed. Okay, so that's it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed the process, you know, sort of the process. I don't know exactly what I'm doing with the cover. Oh, and look, there's music notes on here, and I didn't have to cut up a music paper. Yay, I probably won't cut up a music paper. I do have some old dictionary and old engineering books or something I got at a yard sale. I could use book pages if I want to. And I also have, if you watch that video of things that my mom had, you know, I had a lot of vintage stuff in there, including vintage sticky notes that are all brown. But anyway, thank you so much for watching. Please be sure to go check out Turquoise Dreaming Sheree's channel and Maria's Miscellany. I will link both their channels down below. And again, this is the hashtag junk no more. The idea is use up your junk, like tissue boxes, paper bags that are repurposed, which is what this is, over top an old 8.5 by 11 sheet that came with planner stickers. And yeah, so the only thing is, this is designer paper, but it's been in my stash for probably since 2017. So yeah, thank you again. Talk to you soon. Hugs, love, and peace.